Hey everybody, and welcome to The Indie Guy. I'm the Indie Guy, Jonathan Moody, and I'm here talking about the Possession Experiment. Look at that. It's got some really cool stuff happening there, behind the scenes featurettes and stuff like that. So here is my review, but first, before the review, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the movie. It's a movie about this guy, Brandon Jensen, who's basically he's part of this class that I think it's like an occult class or like psychology class or something, but he decides to do stuff on possession. And so he wants to like research possession, talk to priests or whatever. Then he decides, would it be a great idea to be possessed himself? So he becomes possessed, and things go a little crazy. I don't want to go into too much detail about it, but I will say that I had a fun time watching it. The main guy, Chris Miner, really holds the movie together, and so does all the supporting cast, like Jake Bryn and Nikki Jasper, and Bill Moseley is in it. He's in the beginning of the movie, and he has a really good role as the priest and everything like that in the beginning of the film that dealt with the first exorcism that basically this demon had been part of. But there were a couple of things, or a couple of negative stuff, so I want to talk about that. First and foremost, the sound issue. I don't know if this was like an issue, because nobody else I've seen actually complained about this that I've seen, but the sound looks kind of dubbed. Like some of the dialogue would look like they're not actually saying the lines. Like somebody would say something and all of a sudden like the audio would appear like a couple seconds later. And so I think that was like one of my only real issues. There's a couple like I was wondering whatever happened to Joel Nathan King's character. I think I missed something or whatever, because there's like this cult leader guy he's mentioned in the movie, and he was like telling them basically we gotta go get him or whatever, but I don't know what the purpose of that was exactly. Maybe it's in the deleted scenes or something, but there seemed to be a lot going on in the movie, and that might be also a little bit of a downfall of it. But I think, for a movie that's like an hour and a half long, basically, like 85 minutes, almost an hour and a half long, it is really good. It has some really cool moments to it, which, basically a lot of fun, including there's the scenes, like the actual, like when he becomes possessed and different things start happening. I don't want to go into too much of that because it kind of ruins it, but I do want to say that some of the special effects were pretty awesome and spot on. Now, a lot of you might be asking, like, why would anybody want to actually get possessed? A friend of mine was telling me that, like, I think that sounds kind of stupid, and I was like, well, I was like, oh, I'm still interested in seeing it, even though that sounds kind of silly. So I watched it, and every single character asked that question to him, like, why would you want to do this? Things like that. And, you must be an idiot for thinking about doing this. And, I loved Jake Bryn as, like, the stoner partner who doesn't do any work, but, was, like, scared to death. He kind of reminded me of, like, Shaggy or something from Scooby-Doo a little bit. He's kind of like brought along on this stuff, but he doesn't really want to do it. I just think that Scott Hansen, who's a Virginian and now has stuff out in Atlanta, he's wonderful director and really cool shots. Visually speaking, this is probably one of the best things I've seen come out of independent Virginia stuff in a long time. I think that you all should support it and come check it out. It's at like Walmart for like $10, or you can get it on like Best Buy or Amazon.com, things like that. I think it's definitely worth watching. I watched the making of, which I thought would be more like a documentary or whatever, but it's more like behind the scenes stuff. And then they have behind the scenes, so I'm wondering if that's just going to be pictures or if that's going to be some more behind the scenes stuff. All in all, I think you guys all should check it out, The Possession Experiment. Rent it, or buy it, or whatever. Don't know if it'll be on Netflix streaming or any sites like that, but definitely check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. Sorry if it's short, but I just want to make sure that I got everything that I wanted to get in, plus more, and that you guys go check it out. All right, have a good one. Bye.